Chapter 4. Don't Go to Sleep. Marvin woke up screaming. His mother came running up the stairs. "Lindsay," she called. "Lindsay, are you all right?" It wasn't Lindsay, Marvin called to her. It was me, Marvin. "Marvin?" asked his mother. She opened the door to his room. "I had a nightmare," Marvin explained. "Do you want to talk about it?" "No," Marvin said right away. He couldn't tell his mother that he wore a dress. "I'm okay," he said. His mother kissed his forehead. "Good night," she said, and started out the door. "Why'd you think I was Lindsay?" Marvin asked. "I don't know," said his mother. "You sounded like Lindsay. Go back to sleep." But he didn't go back to sleep. He was afraid of turning into a girl. "It's already started," he said aloud. "I already sound like a girl." That was what his mother had said. "I sound like Lindsay." He listened to the sound of his voice as he spoke, to see if it was true. Maybe. It was hard to tell. He spoke some more. "Mary had a little lamb. Her fleece was white as snow." His voice did sound like a little bit funny. Wait, why am I talking about Mary and her dumb lamb? That's a girl poem. But his voice did sound different. He was sure of it. In school, his class had been learning about butterflies and moths. A caterpillar goes to sleep, and when he wakes up, it's a butterfly. He remembered Mrs. North had said, "No one knows exactly how a caterpillar turns into a butterfly." Now, Marvin had an answer. Maybe it kisses his elbow. He got out of bed. He felt safe as long as he was awake. He just couldn't go to sleep. Not until he kissed his elbow again. 2 hours later, he was still trying to kiss his elbow. He held his elbow in front of his face and jumped up and down. He thought that maybe if he could jump high enough and fast enough, his mouth would bump into it. He stopped jumping. He looked at his bed. "I have to go to sleep sometime," he said, listening to the strange sound of his own voice. "I can't stay awake forever," he yawned. "Boys don't turn into girls," Marvin told General Jackson. "I'm just having strange thoughts because it's so late at night." He looked at his clock. It was almost 3:30. He had school in 5 hours. His eyes closed. He forced them back open. "Cassie Appleton is just a weird girl," he told the general. General Jackson stuck out his tongue. "My mother heard a scream in the night," Marvin explained to his lizard. "So, of course he thought it was Lindsay, because Lindsay is her little darling. That doesn't mean I sound like a girl." That made sense, except his voice did sound different. "I'm probably just getting a cold from no sleep." He got on his knees. He bent his elbow around one of the legs of his desk chair. Then he tried to meet it from the other side with his mouth. He tried another way. He tried the other elbow. "Cassie Appleton is so weird," he said. He looked at his bed. When he kissed his elbow the first time, he had been all tangled up in his sheets, like a mummy. So all he had to do was get tangled up in his sheets again. He climbed back into bed. He tried to wrap they were before. But the bed felt so good, the sheets so cozy. He hugged his soft pillow. His eyes closed. He went to sleep, just like a caterpillar in a cocoon.